Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand up.
Hello friends, and welcome again to another Street Fighter Duel video. In this video, we're gonna be showcasing Sagat and his skills, and I'll be talking about the updates that they did to the game. One of the updates is this update, which having the chat in the game. I don't know why they did that. They could put it up there or somewhere else, but they did it in this screen. Like if you want to click something, let's say here, and you click by mistake something else, then that's it. It does it for you. It can ruin your run, which is bad. I don't know why they did that. I don't know who asked for this actually, but I hope they fix it, they remove it, they fix it, put it on top of the screen, like up there, or remove it at all. And another thing that we've got is this. You can put the exclusive EX on fighters, the resonance stats, which applies for everybody, and you have the unique skill, which is for the specific units. Like this one, the Breath of Rage, is for Ryu specifically, Evo Ryu and the normal Ryu, and it gives you increasing Hadouken damage. Okay, so other units, of course, they have other stuff like this one for Ibuki, and probably Summer Ibuki that will be coming later, or Fashion Ibuki, whatever you want to call it. And these are the major updates. We have the Buto battle, of course. They enhanced it a little bit, and you can pick sides and bet on whatever you think you're gonna win, and that's good. So Sagat, okay, let's go to his trials. I didn't pull for him. I will not be pulling for him because I'm working a unit at a time. But it's not like that he's not good. He's good. Okay, so his skills, his first skill: strike 5 times, deal damage equal to almost 700 of attack, then gain 40% effect accuracy for 15 seconds. And he gains effect accuracy. That's good for him because he stuns. When he gets effect accuracy, at level 2, the last 3 strikes have 10% chance to inflict stun. If Imperator, why they use that? Let's call it Emperor. It was Emperor on his original. If Emperor status is there, if he's in that status, the first 2 strikes also have 15% chance to inflict stun. I don't know if it's 7.5% on the first one and 7.5 on the second, or 15% on both of them, but we're gonna test that. So there's base chance. Base chance is, it means when they write base chance, it means if the enemy has effect accuracy resistance, it means they might negate it. And if there's no base chance, if they say there's a chance only to get like a stun, it means it's upon your hero how much effect accuracy he has. It doesn't have anything to do with your enemy. Okay, he gains super armor, which he can't be knocked down, and recovers 40% of HP when the effect ends, cannot be dispelled. So when he uses Emperor, he takes 75% less damage and gains super armor for 5 seconds, which is amazing. He can tank. This dude can tank, actually, the best balanced class for tanking. Super armor cannot be knocked back. His C1, which is the biggest major thing, and you can use it in bossing. This is a bossing skill, and he's good with bossing. He enhances everything that inflict debuffs, like bleed, thunder, thunder shock, burn, armor break, anything that you want to debuff the boss with. If he uses his C1, it becomes even better because he doesn't increase your team's effect accuracy, but he removes or make the boss takes more buff chance, a debuff chance, which is he knocks back, he takes back their effect resistance. So strikes the target 3 times, dealing damage equal to 402 of attack, and reducing, which is good, decent damage. Reduces the target effect resistance by 30%. It means more likely your units will have a 30% more chance to inflict that. And then gain 20% increased healing during the current battle after unleashing the skill, stacks up to 60%, which works perfectly with his passive. We're gonna explain it later. Which we read it here actually when he gets Emperor. He recovers 40% of his HP, which is perfect. On level 3, if an Emperor status, which is what we want, reduces the target effect resistance by an additional 50, not increases it from 30 to 50, no, by additional 50, it means 80% the total. It means you will always land the debuffs on your enemy. Okay? So his passive, enter Emperor status when HP falls below 75, 50, 25. So every time, if he goes below 70, he gains Emperor status one time. He's immune to damage one time. Where does it say immune to damage? Oh, takes 75% less damage. Immune, I will explain it later in his FS. On level 3, 40% effect, boost to effect resistance while an Emperor. So he doesn't take burn, bleed, shock, burn, whatever debuff. Gain 40% damage immunity. Okay, gain damage immunity, sorry, my bad, for 1 second. 1 second is all he needs, damage immunity. Imagine for 1 second you take no damage. It means you're triggering your buff as Bison, that you don't die. And he's on 75%. Damage immunity for 1 second. And this happens 3 times, not 1 time. He's almost unkillable, okay? If you want to think about it, almost, not 100%. And especially in PvE. So in PvE, he goes for 75%. He gains the immunity for 1 second, okay? And the immunity, when they say gain it for 1 second, it doesn't say that it has an interval time. So they hit you with a super, you go 70%, you stand there, okay? Then they hit you with a C1, you go to 50%, you stand there. Then they hit you with a C3, C2 or C3, you go to 25%, you stand there, you don't die. And because you're hitting that, you gain HP. And when you gain HP, this resets. So you can use him instead of Bison. This is why he's so crucial in PvE in a boss in another team for Team 2. He's the second best tank after Bison now in game. And I'm saying that, and I explained many things on Discord, but I didn't have the chance to try him. So I went on my friend's account and I tried him. He's probably unkillable, unless it's goes through damage immunity with either Ryu or something like that, or negated by Zangief's 6 out of 6 cars. But he's almost unkillable. Maxed investment on him, yeah, he's almost unkillable. Trust me, guys. So if you're whales or very high spenders and you want to max him out as soon as possible, he's your second Bison, okay? Keep that in mind. It doesn't say it. It said it does not stack. So it works independently. So I was like, what does it does not stack means? Like falls below 75, 50, 25 for the first time, does not stack. And I went and tried it. So if you get him back to 100 HP, that's what you're supposed to do. If you get him back to let's say, if he goes to 25, this is the thing is, when he goes to 75%, and triggers it once, and you get him up to, let's say, 80%, and he gets hit and get back to 75%, it doesn't work. But if he gets to 50, it works. If you get him back to 75%, and you hit him, it ticks on 75% again. It just redo it all over. I don't know if it's a bug or this is how it's intended to work, but he's unkillable in story mode. I tested him a lot, and damn, the guy doesn't die unless it's like the healing doesn't work or they do something. He doesn't die initially. Anyway, let's stop talking about it. I bored you enough. So, the C3. Unleash trigger cannon, dealing thunder damage equal to 700% of the attack to a single target with 100% base chance to inflict shock, which is a big damage actually. You can use it. And he's a good bossing unit. Maybe not the best, I don't know. We yet to test it, but on paper looks solid, but I see something that many can't see, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, and hopefully I'm wrong. I want some Giga Chad unit to be a bossing unit like him, because I love Sagat actually. So 30% base chance to inflict stun for 3 seconds, and this increases of course with his skills when he gets more the boss gets less effect resistance because of him. Upon inflicting stun, lose 40% of effect accuracy that he has, and unleash Tiger Cannon again. The additional trigger cannon counts as a trigger cannon. So, if he inflicts stun, he goes and do it again. And he do it again until the effect accuracy depletes and he can't do it anymore. That's Sagat in a nutshell. So, his FS, when he go to Emperor, he dispels 2 debuffs from him, which is good. His assist skill, so when he's on assist skill, when the fighter deals thunder damage, Tiger Blast deals 40. Okay, so it's a trigger effect. You put him on somebody like Trendy Kami, Poison, anybody who deals thunder damage. When they deal thunder damage, he unleashes what is it called? Tiger Blast. So this Tiger Blast doesn't stun. If it was the Tiger Cannon and it stuns, this will be really ridiculous and OP. You can stun with your main unit without even having a stunner on the team. Deals 40% thunder damage to all enemies with a 100% base chance to inflict shock. So he will inflict shock and it becomes AoE damage. This cannon thing that he hits, it's an AoE. At plus 10, upon activating Emperor status, reduce damage taken by all allies by 30%. This is perfect. So your all allies can survive even more. 30% less damage. Overall damage. It's a huge thing. Okay? At 20%, resist fatal damage once per fight, which is like the immunity. I don't know how much it adds up, but maybe you got him to the 35% and you couldn't recover and he's always below 35 and you want to heal him back up, so he gets 1 cheat death like Bison, so he have 4 cheat death. So he's actually Bison. He can't die. The only condition is that you can't heal. In the end he will die, but he can survive almost for 2 or 3 combos, full combos from the enemies. Full combos, I mean rotation, from Super to C3. And I tried this, I tested it. I wish I can show you the video, but the owner of the account sadly tells me not to bring any of his whatever I'm testing into videos. He don't want to show anybody, and I respect his decision. So at plus 30, activating Emperor status increases the damage of Tiger Cannon by 40% for the rest of the fight. And it stacks up 3 times, so it goes up to 80, 120, 120%. Let's go to his cars. And this is why it's good for bossing. If you invested for plus 6 and 30 on his exclusive, this is why it's good for bossing. 3 out of 3, when Tiger Cannon hits the boss, there's a 30% fixed chance to unleash another Tiger Cannon. And that's it. He does to the boss 2 times. It doesn't do more. Each consecutive Tiger Cannon deals 100, 200, 300, 400% more damage in order from the 2nd to the 5th. So on bosses, you're gonna do only 100 and 200 because it doesn't trigger stuns. If the 3 cars procs, then you're gonna unleash another one, and the other one will deal 200%, and that or 100%. It will be considered the second one. So that's it. It doesn't go more for bossing. If we think about it, times the 120% from the exclusive, because you need to stun the unit for it to continue, and he doesn't stun bosses. That's all what we have to our friend here, big dude. Let's check it out, okay? Just a small fight. So we start C1, C2, boom, a stun, boom, stun. No, only 1 stun. So he inflicted it again. That's him. So, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. If you didn't, I thank you for watching. And as always, stay frosty. Peace.
Time to fly, time to fly.